good evening, depending on where you are at in the world. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. And welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys. Oh, and by the way, welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone, if you are new here. All right, so when you come into this live stream, give me a fonzie, leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. And if you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, that little notification bell, so that you know when I go live and when I post videos. All right, so this video is for Gemini. And it is pertaining to your node. As the title says, we are connecting with your chakras, and we're seeing what chakras the angels want you to work on for your transformation. All right, Gemini. So we're going to start off with an ancestor message here. Now, when I did the Taurus reading, they wouldn't give me a message until I showed them the card. So I'm going to go ahead and show it. They get my message. All right. So here, just so you know, we are protected. We have Archangel Michael, and I called in Archangel Metatron to help clear out anything in your chakras that may need cleaned out. You need to know that you are safe and you are protected. I have two sets of cards, Archangel Michael and Metatron, on both sides of my table here. You need to know that you're safe and you're protected. And Archangel Metatron is coming to help clear out any chakras, to open them so that you could trust your vibes, all right, through this transformation. All right, so Gemini, what's going on, ancestors? What ancestor message do we want to bring forward for the Gemini collective? Please and thank you. Gemini collective. Ancestors, we have a card for the Gemini collective. Please and thank you. All right, your cards come right out. So you're definitely in that transformation period. And that's what they want you to know. Transformation is at your fingertips, Gemini, where you are starting to stand in the power of your voice. You could have not only an ancestor, but you may have a family friend around you as well, because the yellow rose to me talks about friendship. You got 3 cards that popped out. Protection. So you absolutely are protected. So you are protected by your angels. You are protected by your ancestors. And you got a particular friend that is coming through telling you, I love you, Gemini. We had a strong friendship when I was alive. And I am here assisting you with your transformation. Happiness is your right. So you can have a sun in Pisces. Embracing. So you're being asked to embrace the darkness. Okay, Gemini, you could have a sun in Gemini, a moon in Gemini, or Pisces North Node here, because we're talking about your North Node. All right, Gemini. So let's go ahead and do protection. Whatever, 68, 69. So you could be born in one of those years. In many traditions, the oak tree is associated with wisdom, strength, and protection. One of the many remarkable things about the oak is that from the smallest acorn, a powerful tree of enormous size can spring forth and live for hundreds of years. The root of the oak go as deep into the earth as its branches reach into the sky. The oak is honored for its expanse, its ability, and its endurance. Additionally, its tendency to attract lightning confirmed in the minds of many ancients that the oak represented life force, vitality, and strength. Cultures revered the oak and honored the living spirit within. They believed that there was a mystic doorway in the oak tree through which one could travel to inner worlds. Oak is one of the most compelling symbols of protection. Remember, you are protected. You are safe. Your ancestors are around you. Your angels are around you. Your guardian angels are around you. Your archangels are around you. And you have a particular friend that is around you with the yellow rose, right? Beautiful opening message from your ancestors. So, what these ancestors want you to know is one of the most potent signs on the sacred landscape is an ancient oak. It carries numerous meanings. You are protected. You can weather anything. Your roots go deep. You are brave and you can survive anything. Stand strong. You carry the energy of a leader and you have great authority in life. Great wisdom is expanding within you, and others sense this. This card can also mean to protect your assets. Take care to guard and protect your home, your loved ones, and yourself. By calling in Archangel Michael, I am protected. I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and your home. So I feel like this is an ancestor who is walking with Archangel Michael. Okay. So that's the very first thing you need to know, Gemini, is that you are protected. Your home is protected. Your family is protected. Right? You need to know that. You're not nuts because the acorn to me is a nut. You're not nuts. Right? Somebody could be playing a lot of mind games with you, try to keep you in a very dark period. Let me show you something. Look how light this card is. Could be a Pisces doing this to you. Look how dark this card is. Beautiful. All right. So you are protected as you're embracing the dark and the light side of who you are. You need to understand that. I also feel like you need to understand you create your own happiness. Shimmering sunshine. Our sun is at the center of our solar system. Our planet and our lives revolve around its cycles of light and dark. Our inner and outer biological rhythms, as well as the rhythms of every intimate and inner part of life, are ruled by the celestial force. In the far past, the sun has been thought of as a god. Traditionally, it has been associated with happiness, joy, hope, enlightenment, illumination, truth, cheer, warmth, goodwill. Additionally, sunlight is an expansive force. When something is heated up by the light of the sun, it enlarges. Without the energy of the sun, things contract. The sun carries the deepest energies of expansion in life. So, receive this card is to know that you are expanding. What your ancestor wants to know is click your heels and shout for joy. The signs are with you. Let your light shine. Abundant good luck awaits you. A gateway is opening for even more joy and happiness. Your life is expanding. Opportunities are emerging. This is a time to go forward with glee. Love deeply and fully. Embrace life with open arms. Goodness is flowing to you. The only thing to be aware of is to monitor your expansion in a metered way. Too much, too fast can be overwhelming. See the wave of emotions? All right, so you could have, yeah, so something about that dark energy, maybe feel overwhelmed. All right, so be aware of that. The ancestors. A floodplain is a natural occurring phenomenon in which the land adjacent to a river floods out to far banks of the surrounding land during times of water. Land that is normally dry may be underwater for a period of time. When this occurs, silt, sand, and nutrients are deposited. For this reason, floodplains are often areas of great fertility as well as rich ecosystems. They are excellent areas for lush, abundant crops. It is a natural occurrence that allows life in all areas to thrive. Your ancestors want you to know that sometimes life overflows with emotions, which can feel uncomfortable. However, the ensuing result of this comfort can be of great value, perhaps arising from an unseen or unknown source. You get this card when emotions are seemingly overflowing or not flowing at all. Cherish the overflow of emotions and erase the times that seem murky, for your inner floodplains are being replenished. And as a result, there will be great spiritual and physical expansion. All of your emotions, when you do, greater prosperity and fertility will flow into your life. Alternatively, if your emotions have been blocked, this is a time to explore and experience them. So that's what the answers want to open up this reading with. Um, so you're being asked to explore something, explore maybe feeling powerless, maybe feeling lack of emotion in 1 second, like the ups and downs, right? The ups and downs of a situation. I feel like you are in this cave mode, and if you know anything about the cave, when Jesus resurrected and ascended, Mary Magdalene ran to a cave. She hibernated in that cave for a period of time until one of the angels called her out of the cave and said, "It's time." I really don't, that's just the basics of the story here. So I do feel the thing is you need to feel protected during this time. Don't get overwhelmed, right? Because I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you're extra sensitive. And it's either you are feeling overwhelmed with these emotions or you're feeling no emotion at all. You need to find that balance. So when you feel overwhelmed, breathe it out, right? Breathe it out. Be happy for this overwhelming experience. But at the same time, embrace the shadow side of why you feel overwhelmed. Okay? It'll help to balance out them chakras. It'll help to have you clear vibes. It'll help you to trust. I feel like what you need to do is you really need to either go to a tree or ground your energy so that you can feel safe. All right. Beautiful. Chakra do you want to bring to Gemini's attention? Which chakra? Okay, so you definitely have a blocked root chakra. This no wonder you have overwhelming energy. And now throat chakra, which is opened. All right. So the root chakra, when it's blocked, you feel overwhelmed. You feel insecure. You feel limited. You feel ungrounded. That's why I feel like Spirit is telling you to ground your energy. Do some root work. You could have that shadow aspect of not feeling it. Like I said, there's like this imbalance, right? You're either up where you're extremely happy and you're overwhelmed and you got this wave of emotion, or you're at the bottom of it where you're in the shadow side where you feel um, drained or dry, right, of emotion. It's either one or the other. With the throat chakra, it opens. I feel like there could be some sort of a health issue Two, it could be mental health, it could be physical health, it could also be your communicate, like you may have a problem communicating, feel insecure enough to communicate because Gemini, you rule Mercury, communication. The throat chakra is open though. It is open. All right. Some of you may even deal with allergies. All right. So, what chakra? We're going to pull a chakra card here for Gemini. We're talking about Geminis who are in their north node. Geminis who are in their node. What chakras? Let's work on the root chakra. Give me something with the root chakra that's blocked. How can Gemini unblock this root chakra? Oh my goodness, a bunch of cards come out. So, Merry Motive, the call of the muse. So you got some sort of inspiration, using your voice perhaps to help unblock chakras, to help make people maybe feel secure, help them to be more vulnerable, help them to place protection around them. We do have the butterfly come through here, which talks about transformation. Perfect harmony. Master number 11. All right, so perfect harmony, it does talk about communication. Some of you have music coming through. Maybe you're a clear channel. You're able to channel music. You're able to channel messages from the angels. It talks about putting up boundaries. It also talks about opening yourself up to being vulnerable here. For some of you, you're being inspired to open up yourself to be more vulnerable. Also, you may be being called, inspired to put up boundaries around yourself. We have Merry Motive. I think that is, hold on a second. Okay, it is the solar plexus chakra. All right, so knowing your own motives, understanding what drives you to meet your goals, the momentum your attention creates, and the wisdom behind your intentions. You've chosen a path. You've set an intention and you've begun to move forward towards a goal. You feel compelled to keep going, know but do you know the why behind the drive? Do you truly want what you're pursuing? Or are you chasing a destination with the anticipation of how it will make others feel about you or you feel about yourself? You must choose the flow of the experience, relishing the moment, set your expectations to a higher power rather than being guided by your limited self. That's why your root chakra is blocked. Um, so you're being asked to surrender your expectations to a higher power. Allow them to protect something. I also feel like you may be feeling insecure. Maybe you don't feel like you're protected. Maybe you don't feel safe enough to bring this inspiration out, more vulnerable. This may be something you're dealing with. I'm also seeing 1111. You may be getting some sort of a download. I'm also seeing 1011 to me, which represents downloads. I'm seeing 1111, so you need to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. You may be getting a wish granted here, but you may be standing in your own way. Okay? You must choose to be in the flow of the experience. Um, so, like, are you standing in your own way? Are you limiting your experience? Are you limiting being happy? Right? The most important aspect to consider now is where you place your focus, because that's where energy will flow. If you're resentful, the outer world will show you more opportunities to be resentful. If you're envious of others, competitive, or overly ambitious, you will always feel as though you're not enough. If you focus on gratitude and compassion for others, you will see even more reasons to be grateful and loving. When you look for abundance, it has an uncanny way of multiplying in your life. So if you're unsure about your motives, the results will be just as unclear. Dig deep to understand your why. For true desire is to experience X, let go of the attachments to form the X is supposed to come. Make sure your motive is merry and joyful, clear and honest, and aim true. Trust that the universe will provide the outcome that is perfect match for your intentions. It always does. So that is why your root chakra is blocked. Maybe your intentions, maybe sometimes your intentions is for good. Maybe your intentions sometimes are for the bad, right? Out of envy, out of jealousy. You could have a Pisces individual is influencing it. Maybe you're feeling this projection because you're so sensitive. Um, when I see dolphins, I always think of Pisces because Pisces is the fish. So solar plexus, it could be attacking your power source. Gemini. Personal power, will, assertiveness, action, vitality, movement, individual, extreme states. Yes, joy, anger, and transformation. So that's that up and down I was feeling. The wave of emotions, extreme states. It's like you go from one extreme state to the other, right? With your motivations. Gemini. All right, so let's move on to the muse. The muse is I'm telling you, the throat chakra. Communication, creativity, listening, being heard, writing ideas, sharing, and vibration. Creative expression, being in the flow of creativity, tuning into inspiration, allowing creativity without being self conscious, writing and journaling as a means of connection. So, Gemini, you have the capability to journal or creative write by connecting to your higher power, connecting to the angels, connecting to the divine source. But your instability, insecurity is what's blocking you. Open yourself to being vulnerable could be blocking you as well. When you feel the call of the muse, you're being invited to create, to be the artist, choreographer of your life, serving on behalf of the great artist, divine source. While the process feels intensely personal, your ego and self identification are, ironically, the most unnecessary parts of the equation. While you might think you own the magic of your creativity, you can truly say you're the source of the inspiration. Can you truly say that? Similar to the spirit of genius from card 29. Imagine your creativity streaming from another spirit guide, the muse, all stemming. Imagine your creativity stemming from another spirit guide, the muse. Just as the genius needs to with your intellect, so too does the muse need you to open your heart and let the magic flow through your intuition and emotions. Stop seeing yourself as the center of the process. Somebody can be very egotistical, and instead see yourself as a partner in a creative dance. Sometimes you might be inside the music and the feelings, the story, and its expression. Other times you observe from the sidelines, watching it all flow from an unknown yet deep, intimate source. And that's why your ancestors have brought these two cards. Because you're in this extreme state. And it is blocking something in your root chakra. Maybe you need to ground your energy. Okay? You may be being called to do that. Today, your muse is calling you to be a channel and allow the creative energy to flow through you. The energy of emotion is waiting to be given a voice, right? The throat chakra, right here. The throat chakra. A shape or a color. Finish that writing project. Start something new. Paint, sing, dance. And don't worry where any of it lands. It has its own plan for you. Your muse knows where this is all meant to go. For you, the big magic is in the experience of answering the call. So you got a special calling. And your calling is to be that clear channel. To be that clear channel. Automatic writing. That's what I'm seeing. Automatic writing. Sitting down and channeling your angels' messages. Or being a direct channeler. Some of you may feel very insecure to be that direct channeler. Okay, so Gemini, you are meant to use your voice, which makes perfect sense because Gemini, you rule Mercury. You in Virgo. Okay, all right. So close encounters. So you need to actually open yourself up to being vulnerable again. You also need to learn to protect your energy. And this is the sacral chakra energy. So we start off with solar plexus, throat chakra, and sacral. So you got two sacrals at the end. This would be a sacral chakra too. Connection, sexuality, intimacy, birthing, desire, pleasure, feelings, and fluidity. Remember, at the bottom of the deck, we got the butterfly, transformation. That's what we're asking the angels about, your ancestors, angels. What chakras you need to work on for your transformation. And here they are bringing it into you, Gemini. Vulnerability as a strength, letting others see your wounds as well as your strengths, and setting healthy boundaries. So you are here, Gemini, to write a book, right? Write a book or to tell your story, right? What the heck do they call that? Tell your story. I can't think of the word I want to use right now, but you know what I mean. This is a time of connection that asks for you to be vulnerable and authentic. Let go of any social masks or constructs you use to keep yourself apart from others. Lower your shields and allow yourself to step into the dance of intimacy. When you become close to people, you remind yourself that you are not alone. You're part of a beautiful, meaningful bond. So you could have gotten close to somebody with the two dolphins there, right? Who used your wounds against you for some of you. At a deep spiritual level, there are many lessons offered you in this closeness. At a social level, intimate relationships help you ignite the spark of life that is the power of your affinity. You flourish as a result of offering emotional honesty, a true desire for equality, love, friendship, and laughter. You are we aren't meant to be alone. Yet sometimes we are wounded and we build walls around ourselves so we don't get hurt again. So you're being inspired to put those walls down because you are protected. You are protected by your ancestors, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, and specifically by Archangel Michael. You need to trust that you are protected. You had somebody who was coming in and playing on your insecurities, Gemini, playing on your insecurities. You opened up to them and you allowed yourself to be vulnerable with them. And they turned around and used those wounds against you, making you feel insecure, making you feel as though you are not protected, playing a lot of emotional games with you by verbally, how do I say it? Verbal manipulation, by being verbally manipulated, making you feel alone when you're not. It is meant to be honest about yours and step out from behind the barrier that engage in all of life. This is a beautiful opportunity to allow your vulnerability to be your strength as you choose to live in integrity without artifice. Even in your work life, this mode of connection allows you to be truly present. When you live this way, I feel like for a lot of you, this person could have tried to block you from speaking your truth. Testimony. Tried to block you from telling your testimony. This is what you're meant to do, Gemini. You are meant to tell your testimony, write a book, because your testimony is going to guide other people. It is going to inspire other people. It is going to give them the motivation to heal whatever their insecurities are. I feel like you have a lot of family insecurities. I feel like because we got root chakra, which rules family, health, your abundance, your money, right? When you live this way, everything and everyone thrives. You have no need to defend yourself when you're being truly and utterly empowered, are you? And I feel like this is why you got the walls up. You're in this defensive mode because of all the wounds, because of this person that you allowed in. And I feel like it's a Pisces that you allowed in, you opened yourself up to, and they turned around and verbally attacked you by using your wounds against you. Like I said, making you feel like you lost your protection, making you feel insecure by triangulating your family against you, by going around and gossiping and lying. Maybe even projection, playing on your insecurities. How do I want to say this? And I like Gemini, you're highly empathic because you got two sacral chakras. You're highly empathic. And this person projected upon you and you felt it. You felt it. So you're being your ancestors really want you to ground your energy. Connect your roots into Mother Earth, Gemini. Empowered by your raw openness and willingness to be seen. In this way, your close encounters will not fail you. There is so much to celebrate when you stand eye to eye, shoulder to shoulder, and sharing your heart. Um, Remember, transformation is on the bottom of the deck. Friendship. I love you. This person could have come in as a fake friend, a hidden enemy, just to get close to you, right? Togetherness, healthy and harmonious partnerships, yes. Commitment to a relationship, collaboration with others. That's the only reason why they come in to collaborate with you. That's it. Was to block you from your destiny, block your intuition, block your flow, play on your emotions. make you feel as though you lost your protection. They didn't want you to trust your vibes. They didn't want you to trust your intuition at all. This is a shame. You're entering a time of healthy, harmonious partnerships. Collaboration is key here as you're invited to explore potential inheritance, and making a commitment to another person, a group, or even yourself. And that's why they did it. They tried to block you from collaborating with something that was destined for you. They didn't want you to trust the process. I don't know why, but I feel like somebody here was trying to destiny swap with you. They wanted you to embrace. This was a dark empath that you collaborated with. Know that you're bringing different gifts to the table. You don't have to be in exact lockstep with everyone else. Being your authentic self actually brings you into intelligent alignment with others. You are a note in a harmony, neither empowers nor overpowers by any other. Somebody was trying to overpower you. Somebody that you got close to tried to overpower you. They even tried to steal your power with the solar plexus. They wanted you to feel powerless. They wanted you to um, not have the courage or the strength to embrace what was meant for you. It's like they were trying to siphon your power. This person could have did root work on you and been siphoning your solar plexus power. Just keep an eye out for a sign that your subconscious, which has been conditioned by your previous hurts and experiences. That's why you are in extreme low or an extreme high. It's either you're the one or the other. There's no balance in between. And that's because this person has hurt you. And that's why they did it. They did it to block you from your destiny. It is working in a way not in accord with what your healthy self intends. For example, you may desire a relationship but expect to be betrayed. So you unconsciously sabotage it. You say you want to lose weight, but continue to eat compulsively and avoid exercise. In these moments, you are not attuned with yourself, and this disharmony spills out into other parts. If this is happening, you might want to take a hard look at yourself, do a self inventory, forgive yourself, and then start singing a new song of self love and acceptance. What's really great about this is how quickly you are now able to turn this around. Have no fear. It is so easier to get back in tune. All it takes is self honesty and willingness to heal. You can do it. This is really such a fortunate time. So you're a divine healer. You are a divine healer. You are here to heal other people's chakras using the sound of your voice. This person attacked you. They got close to you to betray you, to make you feel powerless, make you feel insecure. This was somebody that you cared about, somebody that you thought was a true friend. Yellow and blue make you feel powerless, make you feel as though your words did not matter. You're being asked to let it go. Let go of the old story. See how the key is to tell a different story of how you've healed, your testimony of how you healed, how these people that you considered friends family, lover, business, friend knocked you over, wounded warrior, and you got back up and dusted yourself off, and you've learned the lesson, and now you're here to inspire others with your story of how you things go, how you've healed the wounds, how you've opened yourself up to receiving happiness, joy. See the book? Start telling your story. Your testimony is very important for your destiny. You are meant to write a book. Your knowledge, your wisdom is key to your destiny. You need to understand that. So it's time to tell a different story. By seeing something from a higher perspective, seeing something from a higher view of how powerful your testimony is truly meant to be. Wow. How about that, Gemini? Big thumbs up. This is a powerhouse reading. I was guided to do this today. Well, I was guided to start these readings today. I'll just say it that way. All right. So, Mary, motive, what wisdom does the solar plexus need? Yeah, you need to accept who you are. See, root chakra, you need to accept who you are. You're definitely going through purification, because when I see cherries, I think of purification. You are just a piece of this pie. You were meant to collaborate with a whole group of people, but you're just one piece of this pie. So you need to accept the fact that you are and what you're here to do. What did I say about perception? You need to see something from a higher perspective. Look at the butterfly. So, Mary, motive, acceptance. Innocence and an ability to see one's gifts are indicated, as well as a protection of spirit guides, good luck, and an increase in self-esteem and confidence. And this is clarifying the solar plexus. So you're protected by your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels, your guardian angels. And you need to see this. You have the ability to see this. So you need to have the confidence and the courage to see it, accept it, right? How you're seeing it. Open your heart to seeing it from a different perspective. Open your heart. See it from a different perspective. Your testimony is so important here, Gemini. So we're clarifying the solar plexus chakra. Emerald offers a regal ability to see things differently and a chance to embrace transformation. This is an ability to attract wealth here if you have an open heart. And that's what they wanted you to do. Close down your heart, that you didn't trust anybody again. They didn't want you to trust your intuition. They didn't want you to trust anybody again. So you need to accept it. Have the courage and the strength to accept it for what it is. You are a star seed, right? See the star, right? See all the stars hanging on a, right? So there is somebody who is, you are collaborate, that is waiting for you. They're waiting for a reason. So Rich is blocked because why? Because you feel as though you don't have the confidence. This person is trying to shut you down. Someone's waiting, right, for you to open your heart and have confidence and the strength to feel secure within thyself. Because right now, your chakra is blocked. You don't feel secure. You don't feel protected. You feel your story does not matter, right? Creation. Look at the spirit God around you. You have an ancestor who is a Native American spirit guide who is telling you to open your mind. This will help to discover who you are. Look at that. Root chakra. You are a mystic. You're very psychic. You're very intuitive. You're very empathic. You could have had this mystic who was doing magic on you because they didn't want you to discover who you are, how protected you are. They didn't want you to discover this collaboration that is on the hold here. So they stepped in as a decoy to try to bring you down, make you feel like you lost your protection. Call of the Muse. Yep. Vic, see the acorn? And that's what we started off with the oak tree. I knew a card was going to come out with the acorn. See the acorn on the oak tree, right? Victim. Heart energy again. So, Call of the Muse. Let me see something here. 31. Yeah. Creative expression. So what did they do? They triggered you by verbally manipulating you to trigger you, to have a reason to attack you, to have a reason to be a victim. Green Acorn is asked to star in a fable by Kelly Green the Dragon. He was promised top billing, but in the end, he says his best work never made the final edit. Now he doesn't even have a speaking part. He feels betrayed. Yeah, this person come in, right, as a decoy. To betray you. But Green Acorn is not resentful. Being in the fable landed him a job on display at a museum. He insists his content, but he can see denial and the underlying anger. Yeah, you're seeing it. You're definitely seeing it psychically, right? You're seeing it. You've seen this person's motive behind the scenes. So, victim. To grow into an oak tree, a planted acorn must be fully brown. A green acorn is an indication that you may need grounding and a more solid plan to achieve what you truly desire. Are you trying to create something before you're ready to do so? So it's like you did not miss an opportunity here. You didn't really miss the opportunity. Um, so something about speaking again. This person could have really been playing on your insecurities, like I said, your vulnerabilities. And that's why they come in to collaborate with you, because they wanted to block you by betraying you from the real collaboration that you were meant to be in, right? By calling you green, by calling you when you're green or you're wet behind the ears, you're not mature. You're still green. You're not fully there, right? So close encounters again. You got the ancestors coming through here. Close encounters with the sacral chakra. I'm telling you, there it is. Sacral chakra, clarifying sacral chakra. So close encounters. Look how close this family is. Look at the spirit, right? The spirits. So solar plexus or sacral chakra, clarifying a sacral chakra here. So it talks about the energy here is one of manifesting through being of service. This card indicates a steadfast ability to stay the course emotionally and create something sustainable and lasting. It can also bring to light not seeing or valuing what you have here. So I feel like you're seeing it from a higher perspective that this person really never valued you. They never valued you. Honey loved her three children very much and had a rewarding family life, though sometimes she regretted never finding a career outside the home. At the end of her life, she realizes that this failure was not a failure at all. She achieved something more important, passing on a legacy of service to her daughter, Franny. Being a mother is a great accomplishment. Are you seeing your life as it really is? Though we may wish things to be different, often we create just what we need. This is an opportunity to look at where you are today. Give up what you think you deserve and start being of service when it comes to the closeness with your family. So there could be some family members who did not value you for some of you. You may not be valued by your family. Again, this person caused, and that's the blocked root chakra. This person triangulated, um, tried to make, again, block your heart from collaborating. It's like they wanted you to miss this collaboration. For some of you, this was somebody you collaborated with who had a hidden agenda. Their agenda was to block you from collaborating with the person you were truly meant to collaborate with. They didn't want you to trust your intuition. They didn't want you to feel secure mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Perfect harmony, sacral chakra, three throat chakras, workaholic, isolation, expansion. So definitely with that throat chakra. Throat chakra coming through here again with the sacral chakra. So workaholic, three throat chakra cards, but your throat chakra is open. It is work. Gemini, you rule the throat chakra. So workaholic. Here, the earthy brown of creation mixes with inspirational violet. This card indicates that one of the most powerful manifesting energies. Now you are prolific. If what you are creating stalls, you may need to recharge and your limits. So look at all the pictures, right? These may be significant. Okay, isolation. Look, something about your children. A childlike bliss is hidden under Sapphire's serious, elegant exterior. So somebody was hiding something. This card donates wealth and ability to do anything well. Trust and loyalty are indicated. Sapphire also has a great capacity for healing. Your words, your story is going to be very healing. Your testimony. You are here to tell your testimony. And you got somebody who was being immature, making you feel isolated, making you feel rejected, speaking a lot of bullshit over you. I'm sorry, this is frustrating. Green eyed monster is coming through. Green eyed monster, somebody who's envious, somebody who's jealous. Your life is changing as you move away from the old way of relating to others. New people are entering your life. You got a collaboration coming, Gemini. You got a collaboration coming. See that ancestor whispering in your ear? Look, the yellow again. Empress. See the Empress energy? The world in her belly? That's Empress energy. You are a healer. You are here on earth to heal earth with your words. You are here to use your testimony to help other people awaken. Look how this ancestor is. This person was trying to block that channeling from your ancestors. They were trying to do it. Okay. You need to reach out to those who are in the same vibrational frequency of personal upliftment. Call upon your higher companions to advise you at this time. And this person did not want you to. It's like they sneak peeked into what you are meant to do here. You are here of service to help humanity expand through your words, through your testimony. You are a clear channel from the divine. They channel in your ear, but you don't trust it. And I understand. I empathize with you, Gemini, because they played a lot of mind games with me too. I'm thinking I'm getting a message from the divine, and here they were astral traveling into my house, yipping in my ear. Like wisdom. See? Wisdom. Look, there you are with that earth in your belly. Look at her in the brown. Right? See, Christ consciousness. There's that sort of truth, peace, right? You can't make this stuff up. You're a very wise old soul, and you're about to discover that. You're about to discover that you are divinely protected, that you have that love and compassion within you. See how he's got his hand out? That's sending love and compassion out into the world. Because you're a mystic. You are a healer. Your words are magical. Let's get a little bit more information. We have the Six of Coins and the King of Wands. The King of Wands in reverse is somebody who's very narcissistic, somebody who's a manipulator. This is somebody who lacks passion. The Six of Coins in reverse, somebody who's always taking advantage, always has their hand out, right? Solar plexus, third eye, and crown chakra. Somebody always has their hand out. Somebody who feels powerless, to create their own. So they're always looking for a hand out. This is somebody who is a manipulator, a verbal manipulator. Somebody who lacks compassion, somebody who lacks fire, somebody who lacks inspiration. Somebody who thinks they're charming, right? But they're not. This is somebody who's a manipulator. Acceptance and perception with the solar plexus. This is the Hanged Woman. So you're definitely awakening to something. You are awakening. Your third eye is opening. You're awakening and you're seeing something from a different perspective here. And you are learning to accept your strengths. Accept who you are. What you're learning to accept is it's not killed you, has only made you stronger. So the Hanged Man talks about you breaking through this illusion that these people or person or your family has tried to create for you. They've maybe even went as far as tried to sacrifice you. So what did they want to do? They wanted you to sacrifice your destiny because they were envious. Victim and call to the muse. Three of Wands. So they definitely wanted you to miss an opportunity, but playing a lot of mind games with you, causing you nightmares, making you stressed out, not getting enough rest for what you need to do, always feeling energetically drained, always feeling over emotional, right? There's those highs and lows, right? The Five of Wands. By bickering, fighting, um, causing internal struggle. Yeah, this person, yeah, and then they picked a fight and then they played the victim, right? That's it. They wanted to fight with you. So they took an opportunity, right? They took this opportunity to come in and collaborate with you so that down your guard so that they could pick a fight with you and then play the victim due to their own insecurities. Five of Wands. This is throat energy. This talks about in a power struggle. It's like there's a power struggle here. I'm more powerful than you are. You're green, right? You're green compared to what I am. You're fake. You're a failure. These are all things that the person was telling you. They wanted you in this internal struggle so that you miss this opportunity coming your way. Always have your guard up, not trusting your intuition, always in this over emotional state. So what did they do? They triggered you. And then when they got the response that they got, they played the victim, right? They played the victim by what? Attacking your throat chakra. That's throat chakra card. Attacking your throat chakra. Because this person is very insecure. They didn't want you to come into that union with your masculine and feminine energy. They didn't want you to tell your testimony. So they called you green. They called you fake. They didn't want you to accept who you are. They didn't want you to accept that your spirit guides and your angels are around you. This is somebody who's very immature. Possibly even got their kids involved in it. 3 people. So they also could have gathered up a community of people too to come up against you, to pick fights with you. I feel like this person was trying to humiliate you, isolate you. Yep. Now somebody is under karma. This is somebody who is very judgmental, somebody who's under karma. Yeah. Somebody could literally be experiencing their karma with the law, losing their divine authority. Could have been doing it on the World Wide Web, but this is somebody who has to repeat a cycle now because somebody's in extreme anxiety. They didn't want you to complete this cycle. Transformation. Somebody could have tried to get you to yourself, unalive yourself. Because this card, look, the deathbed. This person could have got close to you to try to unalive yourself, get you to unalive yourself. They wanted you to be overcritical. Karen talks about an authority figure, right? Somebody lost their for coming for you. Somebody lost their protection. This person thought that they had divine authority over you. They thought they could do what they wanted to do and would be able to get away with it, but they're not. Be of service, sacral chakra, and close encounters. 6 of Cups. So there's it coming through. So this could be a past life individual because look, it does show a life ending. A past life individual that did not want to complete this karma. They didn't want to complete this cycle. This also could be talking about your child. Could be talking about your inner child. Um, the 6 of Cups in the upright position talks about nostalgia. Somebody being nostalgic. Somebody always living in the past, right? Somebody not willing to take accountability for their actions. Somebody could have come into somebody's dreams as well, created a lot of nightmares for somebody, played a lot of mind games. Somebody who picked a fight, like triangulating you against your family. Mm-hmm. Ace of Cups, right? Ace of Cups. But here you are, Gemini, feeling secure, trusting your intuition. Now you got a new emotional opportunity coming your way. I feel like this is Archangel Gabriel coming to here because he's the one who holds the golden chalice. Archangel Gabriel coming through here, whispering in your ears. See? Yeah, this is somebody who went around to the kitty, spread a lot of lies, spread a lot of rumors, did a lot of gossiping, right? Throwing the rocks, hiding the hands. Was very envious. Somebody who was in competition with you. Somebody who was on a fence, right? Somebody who was heartless. Somebody who lacked emotions. Now they're left to clean up their own mess because they resisted to change, and that's being illuminated. That's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Somebody wanted somebody to stay in this energy of hopelessness. Want them to move on. So they possibly even paid somebody to do this. Somebody come into somebody's dreams and attack them. Mentally attack them, verbally attack them, spiritually attack them. Been doing a lot of spiritual work. Like I said, God, they wanted to win at all costs. Even if it meant ruining somebody's reputation as a psychic individual, a healer. Sacral chakra, workaholic, isolated, expansion. Nine of coins. Yep. The collaboration is in. Somebody's being thrown in the spotlight. And they're going to be successful. They're moving forward, right? Somebody is taking the reins back of their life, finding that balanced state and moving forward. Somebody even may be traveling. Somebody, yeah, a Queen of Wands in reverse. Somebody is an astral traveler. The Queen of Wands in reverse is an astral traveler who is a manipulator, who wanted somebody to feel isolated, who astral traveled into somebody's house, watching them work, watching them create. So she could manipulate, go back and tell somebody else. This is also somebody who manipulates to pick fight verbally, a verbal narcissistic manipulator who come into somebody's dreams, right? There's the Ace of Cups, the Five of Swords again. The Queen of Wands in reverse is somebody who lacks inspiration. Somebody who lacks inspiration. And I feel like whoever I'm talking to, Gemini, you moved on. You went on your own, right? In your business. You broke off this collaboration and decided to go off on your own. And this person wanted to get even by verbally attacking you. Spying, lying, and gossiping. Because this person wanted to win at all costs. They didn't care what they had to do. Right? They didn't care what they had to do. Could be a Pisces moon. Pisces sun. Could be a Pisces sun. Yeah. Coming into your dreams, attacking you. Somebody is very envious. Somebody is very jealous of you. Somebody who was in competition of you. Green-eyed monster. Mm-hmm. right? Come in, oh, let's collaborate. Let's do this business together. And the whole time they were betraying you. Betraying you. Because they wanted you to miss this opportunity with this person. What chakras? Give me some chakra love. Heart chakra, green, ocean, jasper connection. Father Divine and Mother Earth make love in your heart. So this person did not want you to connect to your heart. They did not want you to come into a divine union within yourself. So this green-eyed monster wanted you in an ocean of emotions here. Because this ocean of emotion will block what's meant for you. This person is a master manipulator. This person is a master manipulator. Who dream walks into people's dreams, right? Tries to cast illusions. Harmony makes the song of life sweeter. And that was the very last card, right? About the song, Perfect Harmony. Green jasper, green ocean jasper is very significant. Turquoise labradorite. It makes the song of life sweeter. You can't make this stuff up. All right. Thank you for watching, Gemini.